Everyone's Terry here, and in this video I want to talk about what my ISA could look like in 10 years time. So this is all about the power of patience, consistency and compounding, and this is something we can look forward to, but the main thing is enjoy every day in the journey along the way to this 10-year milestone. Okay, so in this first frame, just want to say, obviously, all these videos are about my own personal journey. I'm not a financial advisor, so no financial advice is being given in any of the videos, just purely my journey and my own thoughts. So, nobody knows the future exactly. Investing always carries risks. Of course it does. Life itself carries risks. We have to accept that. And if we want to invest, we can sort of say, well, we know there's risk. The stock market can go down, which it can. Stocks and shares can go down just as easily as they can go up. But what we've got to try and bear in mind is if we look at the past, 100 years or so, generally there's been growth, and we can sort of look at that with a little bit of reassurance that in 10 years' time, we should, hopefully, again, no guarantee, see growth in what we're doing with our investments. So long-term investments give possibilities, and we're talking about 3, 5 minimum, preferably 10 years plus. So markets can grow over time, dividends can increase, shares can compound, this magical compounding. I love it. This is the real element of fun and excitement, and portfolios can expand. There's nothing to say what you start with in stocks and shares. You have to stay with. If you want to add on to them, that's great. That's completely your freedom to do that. If you want to sell them, that's your freedom. Personally, I like the sort of buying and keeping what I've bought and seeing how they progress. But everybody has a different idea. As I say, this is just my personal thoughts and journey. So small steps can become meaningful, and they certainly will. So there's no minimum amount as such if you want to invest. I think with the platform I use, you can do £10 a month up. You can actually probably do, I think, £1 up. But let's say £10 a month on a direct debit, and just have that going in every month. And that's perfectly okay. And if you can afford more, great. And if you can't, well, £10 a month is still brilliant. Small steps do count because it will compound, this magical compounding. The dividends will come in and they will get dividends in turn, and that will compound. So this is what's really the exciting part of this journey. So consistency could change everything. Definitely. Small monthly investments add up over time. This was what I was saying, just say £10 a month, let it keep going in, set up a direct debit, just let it keep going in, let it keep getting dividends, let it keep building up. The dividends keep getting smaller dividends, they build up, and in turn they get dividends, and this magical compounding effect, it all comes in. And whereas you see your ISA, it looks ever so flat, what's happening? Suddenly that thrust from the rocket will come and off it will take. And yes, it's great to see probably what the journey will be at the end, but let's enjoy every day of the journey, getting to that goal that we're imagining in our mind what's going to happen in this 10 years time. So regular investments can slowly build, more ETF shares, larger dividends, compounding momentum, long-term financial security, and this offers us the future opportunities. And when it says more ETF shares, my core part of my ISA journey are my 3 ETFs, which I build anything around. And I've got stocks and shares around the main 3 ETFs. I've got, as I regularly say, Aviva, Legal and General, Shell, BP, some of what I call sort of Tesco, what I call sort of blue chip shares. I've known them all my life. They've been there then, and I'm sure they'll go on for years to come. Nothing's guaranteed, but they're as good as any. And reinvest dividends, most definitely. This is one of the parts of the magical compounding formula. Reinvest the dividends and that can become really powerful because they in turn can buy even more, you know, parts of shares which will give dividends. So it all creates more ownership. Because remember, when you buy those stocks and shares, it seems a bit cold in some way. Oh, I'll buy this, buy this. But, you know, I bought Legal and General. That means I own part of Legal and General. I bought Tesco, so I own part of Tesco. I bought some BP, so I own part of BP. I bought some of Shell, so I own part of Shell. Only might be a small, hardly can see part, but it's still a part that I own. I'm part of that company, and everybody out there can do exactly the same. So, and all these will give me future dividends, lead to stronger compounding, and then as it starts to grow, the growth will start to accelerate, and that's the momentum, that's the rocket going, you know, building up the power, building up the thrust, and then suddenly off it takes. So, yeah, my ISA could look very different in 10 years. Well, I hope it will do, because 10 years is a lot of days of dividends coming in, buying more dividends, compounding, and it's going to obviously build and build and build and should look nothing probably like even I can imagine. And who knows what shares I might buy in the meantime. So what starts small today could become, yeah, a massive, meaningful ISA portfolio. Massive to me anyway. A growing dividend income, giving me, you know, obviously financial confidence as I see it grow, future security, and something I'm proud of building. I am proud of building. I'm not only proud of building, but I'm excited with building it. I get excitement from doing the building and watching the dividends come in and watching it grow, almost more than the final goal of what it's worth. It's the actual experience. I love it, and I love doing the videos. That's why I want these videos to go out to more people so they can get the excitement and the thrills that I get from doing this. So my ETFs, I keep mentioning the ETFs. They help me think long term because my three main ETFs give me the confidence because they pretty much cover everything across the world with a good focus on the USA, but crossing, all the stocks and shares globally. And my three, as I always mention, are the VWRP, the VUSA, and the E3Qs. And, together they give me diversification, worldwide exposure, so I can have little bits and stocks and shares across the world, a good amount of American growth, and some technology chucked in. So Nvidia, Meta, Google, Microsoft, scoffing Microsoft. So yeah, everything in there and more. So you've got parts of some really great stocks and shares there, and nothing's guaranteed, but I should think they'll continue for a bit longer yet. So this snowball effect starts to take place, this compounding. So if you imagine, as I say, that little snowball in your hand, and you put it on the floor in the snow, and you start pushing it, and you think, oh, this is hard work. And it starts gradually getting just a little bit of layer of snow, then a bit more layer of snow, and suddenly it starts to build and build, and it gets from that little soccer ball, that football, up to a basketball, and then even bigger. And before you know it, it's as big as yourself and getting bigger. And at the top of the hill, when it rolls down, it's huge, and that is, comparable to over time how your ISA will and should go, or should and will go. So dividends grow, share numbers increase, the compounding accelerates, and the momentum becomes stronger. This is your snowball and your compounding, the magical formula all taking effect. So I'm not chasing fast wealth, as we always say. We're getting rich slow, and we're building slow and steadily. That's my little mate there giving us a wink. Little tortoise, nice and slow, but wins the race. And the main focus is consistency, patience, calm investing, regular contributions, and long-term thinking. So just think, I'm going to start, well, if you do, you've got to get your financial advice. I'm going to do an ISA. I'm going to put a regular contribution in with a direct debit. I'm going to do what I can afford with no stress, so I can sleep at night and not have to worry. And then each day I'm going to enjoy the experience and seeing how the dividends come in slowly to start off with, then more and more and bigger, and enjoy as the ISA grows. So yeah, investing gives me hope about the future. We've got to have something. We've got to have something not only for today to give us some excitement and some hope, but something we can see is going to benefit us in the future. And as I say, I enjoy watching the progress of the journey. And yeah, I most definitely find excitement in setting my goals and watching the portfolio goals and milestones be achieved. Watching the dividend payments, that's really exciting. Who doesn't like receiving money? Watching my ETFs grow, future possibilities and building something meaningful. And this is only just started, so the excitement can only get more and more as the days roll by. So I'm really thrilled, and I hope it comes across, and I hope you, if you do the same, get thrilled. And let's spread these videos so other people can join in and get the same thrills as well. So my final thoughts: 10 years of patience could change a lot, and consistency matters, the compounding matters, this 10 years time matters, and patience matters. I say a winning formula. If you can do those, you've got a winning formula. You don't need much else other than your good health. Obviously, good health comes first, but small steady steps, and it will build something meaningful. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you can feel some of the excitement. This is what I like to portray, because to me it is exciting. I hope it is for you. And if you've enjoyed the videos, please subscribe, like and follow. And let's get those videos out to other people. Let's get the word out so other people can, have the same experience. There's lots of people out there, and this could give them something to look forward to every day and get some fun and excitement. And that's got to be a worthwhile achievement. It really has. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video really soon.